Hello everyone and welcome to the Jenn Sheelen podcast. I am Jenn of jennsheelen.com and it has been quite some time since I filmed last time, but I am going to try to get back on a regular schedule. I'd like to be able to film every other week, so that is my goal. I guess you can call it my New Year's resolution. So I'd really like to get back to that so that you guys can join me every other week and see what I'm working on, see what I'm designing, see what yarns I'm using, and all of that good stuff. This is episode 42, and I'm calling it Knit and Sip and Gift. Because oh my goodness. All right. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr, as well as Google Hangouts for virtual knit nights. I have a Ravelry group, the Jenn Sheelen Ravelry group, set up as well. Come on over and chat with us in there. That's where you'll find giveaways and knit-alongs and announcements on my patterns if I'm looking for test knitters, as well as chit-chat and fun things like that too. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so the podcast that I was listening to is now, I've told you guys I'm all about these true crime podcasts, and I can't stop listening to them. They're addictive. So the latest one I've been listening to is Court Junkie, and that is with Jillian. Love it. She just tells a good story. She has a great voice and does each episode in just a way that keeps you listening. So I highly recommend her podcast. You should check it out. It's one of the many I listen to. It's one of my favorites. Spinning right round. Okay. A long time ago, I told you guys that a friend of mine through Facebook makes pickles, and she knows I'm obsessed and I love pickles. She offered a trade. She's like, would you be interested in trying to spin my dog's fur into yarn as a trade for pickles? And I'm like, work for pickles? Yeah. So she sent me pickles, and I think it's like, there was a lot of time issues with trying to get it done, and I think I stalled. I was really worried I was going to ruin this special thing for her, that I was going to process the wool, the fur wrong. Something was going to go wrong. I was going to ruin it, and all the things. I finally just had to make myself do it. I took a small amount of the fur, and what I did was I have this little linen bag, delicates bag, and I put a bunch of the fur in it, which there's some in here now, this is actually clean. And you soak it in super, super hot water and dishwashing fluid. That's it. Pop that in, let it soak for 15 minutes, drain the water, do it again, see how cleaner the water is. And then the third time, if the water was relatively clean the last time, you just soak it in plain hot water to let it rinse. Pretty simple, not so bad. I was like, all right. So I went through that. You just have to be very, very careful. You don't agitate it or it will mat and felt. That was the scary part. But I did it. So I was like, all right. And then I literally just took a hanger with, hung it up and with a fan on it and let it dry. Just like that. And it didn't actually take all that long. I thought it was going to take a lot longer, and it really wasn't that bad. And then I went to spinning it. Now I've heard a lot of people will take fur and mix it with a wool to make it easier to spin. They'll mix it with merino or something like that and brush it together, like on a blending board, or if they have fancier tools, which I don't, I just have my little blending board, which I love, by the way, make little roll legs. And people do it that way. But I was like, wow, she really wants this just out of the dog's fur. She doesn't want to mix it with another wool. At first I'm like, holy mackerel, like it was just like going everywhere. I was wearing dog fur. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And my friend Naomi, Cozy Cuteness, we were on doing a FaceTime while I was doing this. So she was watching me curse and get wool everywhere and all the things, and was laughing hysterically at me. But I finally figured it out and spun a little bit of the dog fur, as it was basically a test. I'm like, all right, I'll take a little bit of it, try it. I still had tons of it left over. If only a little bit of it got ruined, it wasn't that big a deal. So I spun puppy fur. Check that out. Very furry puppy fur. It's just a little skein. I think it's like 12 yards. It's a bitty thing. But fun, right? Shedding a little bit still, which I expect that to do. But ta-da! I spun puppy fur. Oh my god. And I have a lot more to spin, so I have to get to it. But yeah, you just put it in the bag, boom, So just do small batches and then spin it up and let while the next one's drying, spin up good process. You try something new every day. All right. That's just what I've done for spinning. I have spun a little bit of my merino tencel that I showed off forever ago, but I really want to wait until I finish that and applied it before I show that off. We'll get to that later. Next up is selfish knitting. I have done a lot of knitting. I'm really I'm pretty impressed with how far I've gotten. It didn't feel like I've gotten that far because I've been designing and really focusing on that, but I've done some stuff. All right, what did I do? The first up, so for my foes, are my Swish and Flick socks, and these are by my girl, Cozy Cute Knits. Drink. And I made these out of Toil and Trouble, and that's an MCN sock. Ta-da! Is it showing? Come on now. Focus. And the color is Lady Sybil. These came out so pretty and were so addictive to knit. Because it's one of those patterns where you can memorize it, and it's like you can't wait to get to the next pattern row. Love them. Super pretty. Super fun. And super cozy too. That MCN, their base is phenomenal. It's squishy and yummy, and when it's on your feet, you're like, oh, really enjoy it. That's those aside. And then now it's just up to whips. That's not my only, well, it's not really my only foe. You can see I have a couple of other ones too, but we'll get there. These are my Shop All Crazy Zubberball socks. I only have one done and I haven't even woven in the ends, but I wanted to show you where I am with those. How fun did those come out? Oh my goodness. So much fun. This is another one, like, you know, it's a simple, I just wanted to do a plain vanilla sock and you can't wait to get to the next color just to see what they're gonna do. Super fun socks. And hopefully I pronounced all that right. I believe so. Or at least I'm close. The other socks I'm working on, and I'm going to say her name again because I've been test knitting a lot of her socks. These are also by Cozy Cute Knits. And these are what lies within socks. And I'm going to pause for 1 second because I have an alarm going off in the back. Okay, alarm off. What lies within socks. Now these, I chose my own yarn, and this is my Distinguished Gentleman in my tweed base, my Warm Fuzzies tweed. It came out so fun. Look at that. Look at how that did that. I did not even dye that. I'm not fully gonna admit I didn't dye this on purpose to do that. It's just what happened. And it's done it with 2 of them so far. So I dyed them all similar, so in theory, the last 2 that I have in inventory should do the same thing. Super, super fun. And it's like a snake coiling around it. It's the Harry Potter theme, the snake, right? Oh my goodness. So you can see like the cables going down. So fun. It's another one too, where it's like you can't wait to get to the pattern row, so it helps like make you just want to keep zooming through the socks. Love them. Okay, my next up, see, I'm like knitting all of her socks. Are also Cozy Cute Knit socks. And these are her Spellbound socks, which I have knit before. Another addictive knit. She's really good at designing stuff like that. And these are my Grinch socks, which I'm really excited about. Come on now. And the colorway is It's Because I'm Green, isn't it? And Well Red. If I can get this on here. I don't have a heel done yet, so it's being a little tricky. Bear with me a moment. Now, this green was actually a first test, so it's a little bit brighter than my actual, a little bit darker than the actual color that I'm selling for Grinch. His is a little bit more lighter and a little bit more of that Grinchy, yellowy color. But I went with these for me. I'm like, they're for me, you know, why not? And they were so pretty and so fun together, so I'm like, I have to knit them. Look at how fun those are. Oh, that's the heel. Right? And in that pattern, like I didn't want to do plain vanilla with these. I really felt they needed a pattern. So I'll do, get this, the red cuff, heel and toe for these, which wow, I think I'm like to the toe for these. The other pair, I'm gonna do red socks with green cuff, heel and toe. They're gonna be opposite socks and they're gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for these. When I dyed up this yarn, that was like my immediate thought is I'm like, oh my god, I have to make a pair of mismatched socks out of that. For reals. Super excited about that. So fun. I think that is all I have for my whips. Okay, next up, beverage of choice. And I have super, super exciting news, you guys. Oh my god. I'm actually not drinking a beer at this moment because it's like 11 o'clock. It's before noon. I'm like, that might be going a little far. I know it's like noon somewhere or 5 o'clock somewhere, but I figured maybe not. And plus, I'm out of my beer. I have to go get more, which I will be. We have a growler here for Article 15, and this is a new local brewery for us. Oh my goodness, it is now our new favorite brewery to hang out at. Love it. Love it. So fun. And what was I drinking out of this one? This was Revere's Ride, which is an IPA. So of course, because that's what I mostly drink. Delicious. A delicious IPA. I want to say it's like 6.5%. I didn't write that down. I'll try to put that in my notes, in my show notes, which will be on jennsheelen.com. But I have more to talk about with Article 15. So while we were there hanging out, we were just getting to talking, and I was talking about my knitting and things like that. And he's like, would you want to do a pop-up shop here? And I'm like, what? Like knitting classes and things like that? I'm like, yeah. So I am doing a pop-up shop at Article 15 Brewery, which is in Weymouth, Massachusetts, next Thursday between 4 and 8 p.m. Oh my God. So if you're a local, come on over and say hi. So excited. So excited. Drink beer, come look at some yarn. So what I'll be doing is I'll be selling my yarn, I'll be selling my patterns, I'll be selling finished knit items. I will have all the things. So definitely come on over and check that out. I have an event going on Facebook, so find me there. I can put a link to it in my show notes so you can find it and get your little reminder about it and be like, oh yeah, Jen's having a pop-up. I should go check it out. I can't wait. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to get ready for it. I have just over a week, and I've got this. It'll be fine. I totally got this. It'll be totally fine. I have beer at the end of the tunnel, so it's like, that's my little carrot I dangle. Be like, I can go just sit and have beer and sell my fun things. That doesn't sound like a bad night. That sounds like a party to me. I like it. Okay. What I'm styling. Finally, I'm like the elephant in the room. You're gonna get why that's so funny? I am wearing my brand new design, which is almost ready for release. It's this close. I just have to get some photos of it, get it up in the pattern, and launch it off into the world. This is my rustic elegance shawl. And I did it in 2 different ways. So I'll show you this one first. And this one was out of, I have it on here, it's Vine. And then it's also my, I believe it's, you have me at Merlot colorway. It's either that or wine nut. I need to really write this. I really need to write this down. I mean, really. Come on, Jen. It's in my notes. It's in my project page, which I'll put in my show notes. But the variegated is Vine, and then this is my Warm Fuzzies Embrace. Ta-da! And you can tell I've been wearing it because it needs to be blocked again. You can see these little points come here. So I'll just block that again. I've worn it so much that I've already worn it to the point where it needs to be blocked again. But ta-da! Asymmetrical shawl. 2-color, uses every last bit of the skein. So they were both 400 yards, and I used almost all of it. So be very careful with gauge. I do warn people about that, because I know even myself, when I go to knit a shawl, who does gauge? You're like, meh, I knit shawls at a size 6 needles and just go with it. Be careful. And I'm a loose knitter, so it's something to think about. If you're a tight knitter, you'll be fine. If you tend to be a loose knitter, be careful with your gauge. Just a little advice. Just saying. Again, who knits gauge for a shawl, right? Who knits gauge, period. What? Be a rebel. Don't knit gauge. So I'll show you my gray one. So this one, oh my goodness, you guys. I was dyeing up some more yarns, which I have all on my site now. And I dyed up a gradient set of grays that I'm dyeing over. Dyeing. And I was like, I have to knit rustic elegance in these colors. So I did a gradient version. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oop, backwards. You can see my points on this one. Oh, I can't even with the shawl. I'm so in love with it. Oh, it's dark color. Look it, oh my goodness. Oh my, I can't, oh. I'm in love with it. I'm so in love with it. I'm like, I could not wait to knit it, and I knit it in like record time because I couldn't wait to wear it. I'm like, I need to wear this shawl. It needs to be mine right now. I love wearing grays, and these were so up my alley. They need to be mine. The colorways. I have all of my Warm Fuzzies Embrace base are, which is my Superwash Merino. Kitten Whiskers is the super light one. Steely Eyed is the medium one. And Your Elephant-tastic is the dark one. Love! So funny. See why elephant in the room was... I know when you have to explain it, it's not as funny. It's still funny to me though. But love this one. So keep an eye out for the pattern. I should have it released, I'm hoping, within the next week or so. Because now it's kind of I'm in pop-up mode for the show. So I'm like, for like my little pop-up shop. So things are going to be a little bit delayed, but keep an eye out for it. I will have it out very soon. Yay! Love it. Love it. All right. Showing off. Oh my God, you guys. I got such a pretty bag from Fly Design Studio. Oh my goodness, my girl Jeanette. Where did I do it? What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. She gave me this pretty bag. Oh my God, she sent me this pretty bag. And I can't. Do you see this bag? How pretty that is. Seriously, you guys. And those are sparkly. Are they showing? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And a little notions pouch to go with it. Come on. Look at that. Love her. Thank you, Jeanette. I love this bag. I've been like showing everybody, and they're like, or somebody, I was at a friend's house and I had brought it with me with my knitting, and somebody goes, ooh, whose bag is that? And I'm like, oh my God, it's mine. It's been like my Christmas purse. It's got my knitting, my wallet, my phone, done. Throw a pair of socks in there, my wallet, my knitting, I'm ready to go. It's all, oh, and lip gloss, of course. Because I mean, hello, but super pretty. Hi, Chels. You want to say hi? Always your face. I don't have Doug today. He is at school, so he's off playing with his friends today. And I wanted to film early while I had the energy so that I wouldn't try to do it this afternoon and be like, yeah, I was going while I had the adrenaline. Right, baby girl? So you helps? You helps. Okay. Next up, giveaways. Oh, okay. We had an October winner for the Just Be You mount, and that was my girl Meg, Mighty Meglet. So congratulations on that. And let's see, I believe she chose Cozy Cute Knits pattern, and I think she chose, I'm gonna say the Swish and Flick socks. She had already told me which pattern she liked, and then she won, and I'm like, I can't remember which one you told me. I know it's one of her patterns, but I've been knitting all these sock patterns from Cozy Cute Knits. Drink. And couldn't remember which one of them that she liked because I love them all. So I believe she chose the Swish and Flick socks, the ones that I finished, and that was her prize. Now, the Just Be You mount is over. We just finished that on December 1st. Naomi and I are working together to pick all our winners. So we're both finishing that up. When we do that, we're going to announce our winners in the group. Sound good? So keep an eye on Ravelry to see if you won. So fun. You know I love a giveaway. I mean, really. And speaking of giveaways, I have two. Okay. So Barbara from Knitting I love her. She gave me a set, so it's her brand new design. It's the chimney hat and cowl set, and it's this color work that is gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. And she's giving a set to our winners. So I'm going to set up a thread in the group, and what I want you to do is post in there and tell me what colors you would use to knit it. Thank you, Barbara. Love. I have to choose the colors I'm going to knit it with. And I haven't done color work yet. So that might be a good intro to color work for me. I know. Then I have another giveaway. And this is from Cherry Heart. It's from Sandra from Cherry Heart. And she is giving away her Linden Bee shawl. And this one's a little different because it's a crochet pattern. And I am obsessed with it, and I have to make it. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at it. Right? Like, it's so pretty. So pretty. And I haven't crocheted a shawl yet. I'm like I've seen a few patterns that I'm like, kind of need to make that. I know Colleen made one. My girlfriend Colleen made this beautiful shawl. Like, oh my goodness. That I'm kind of obsessed with. So this one I'm looking at and I'm like, I've really branched out into crochet. And like looking at that shawl, I'm like, I kind of need to make that. Yeah. So a winner can win a copy of her shawl too. So come on over to the group. I'm going to set up a thread and tell me what yarns you would use to make it. Okay, Jess. Okay, those are giveaways. Almost done. Phew, I should take a breath and have a sip of tea. That's what I'm drinking. I know, I don't think I've had a non-alcoholic beverage once on this podcast. This is a first. I'm drinking it out of this adorable mug from my sister. You're pretty much magic. It's hilarious. And this is actually a peppermint CBD tea, which I'm trying. Now, of course, everybody knows that or if you're a returning viewer, I battle chronic pain. And CBD is supposed to be very helpful with that. But with my condition, it basically rejects anything that can help you. So medications, anything. So I've tried CBD tincture and I would get god-awful headaches. I would try the CBD capsules and it went for my kidneys. I'm like, really? Or I could have sworn I had a kidney infection, which things like that, like herbal supplements can do that. You can't do the capsules. I'm like, come on. I could do the topical cream and that helps a little. I just have to be careful with the smell. Sensitive to everything with my condition. The fragrance of it with coconut oil sometimes, I'm like, oh, it makes me gag. But I had found this really good one that was like a lemongrass lavender fragrance and it helped me, but their website's been down. So I'm like, man. So I'm looking for another good topical as well. But I just tried this tea. This lovely woman, it's actually Doug's bus driver, the one who takes him to school. I meet her at the bus stop so he can go to school, his little daycare. And she was super sweet. The one day it just hurt my neck. I couldn't even turn my head. So I must have slept funny, or I know what I did. I was mousing too much the day before. Could not turn my head at all. So instead of me having to meet her at the bus stop, she picked him up at the house. And she was super sweet. She handed me the tea. She's like, why don't you try this? I would, anything that could possibly help you. Tried it, and I'll be damned, I felt better. And that's like, I was like, finally. And I think it's because I'm not having it in a concentrated amount. I'm having it I'm drinking it over time. So it's not, wham, you're slammed with a bunch of foreign stuff in your body. So I couldn't believe it. So I will put a link actually for the tea that I'm drinking if anybody is interested and battles chronic pain or anything. It's really, really helpful. And it doesn't have any of the naughty things in it. It's just CBD, so it's okay for you. If anybody was curious. If you want to know more about CBDs, drop me a message. I have a connection with a very good friend of ours and can introduce you to them as well. They also make great topicals and tinctures, and I really wish I could do the CBD tincture. It's bugging the crap out of me that my body is like, no, because their product is amazing. So I will put a link to that as well. It's Mana Botanicals, and they're out of Hawaii. Incredible product. That was a side that was totally not planned. I just went to go take a sip of tea and got all gabby. It's decaf, I swear. And it's a very light peppermint too. And it's all you taste. You don't taste anything funny. It's just a light peppermint. And I always add lemon to my tea. Just do that. And it's just a light flavor. And just sip it over time. And I'm fine. And it helps a little bit and eases a little bit of the pain. I'll take it. I will take whatever I can get. Seriously. My sciatica has been a jerk lately, and my foot has been like, maybe I don't want to let you walk again. I'm like, I have things to do. I have Christmas parties. I have a pop-up shop coming. Behave. Rent over. Okay. Next up. Knit reading and knit watching. As always, I have a ton of things that I've been watching, and I actually had done a decent amount of reading since the last time I filmed too. I'll pop them all in my show notes on jennsheelen.com. Go on over there to check it out. Last up, what's up with all the things? So like I said, I have been really, really busy, especially since the last time I filmed, which is part of the reason I was delayed. of course, I'm dealing with the chronic pain thing too, and just having the energy to do it is tricky. But I really do want to try to get myself on a set schedule again. I think that's just it's much better for me and much better for viewers. I mean, if it was me, I'd be like, well, where are you? So yeah, so I will try to do that. What I've been up to, oh my goodness, so my Your Favorite Brew shawl, which I showed off in the last episode, the pattern is now available. It's on in my Ravelry store and on my website. The Victorian Yuletide ornaments that I showed off, parts 6 through 10, patterns are now available, and I sell the patterns individually as well as in a book. My Rustic Elegance shawl we've touched on, so I did write down the names of the yarn. See? I did, it was Villanvine Footsie, Enjoy the Silence is her colorway, and it was my Warm Fuzzies Embrace. I make poor decisions, because I have 3 different wine colorways. I couldn't remember which one it was. It's I Make Poor Decisions. I'm hilarious. Sorry. Puns. Me. You guys get me. You understand. So that one's out of test mode now. So it's done. It's been tested. It's ready to go. It just needs pictures, and it needs a few little tweaky things in the pattern. I have to measure it. That might help. And then it'll be ready to go off into the world to fly free. I love sending my patterns off into the world, and people when they're making them, and I love, love, love seeing the pictures of what people have knit, and oh my god, that makes me think of something. What? My Bride by the Sea shawl, and I believe she is Tigger Knits on Ravelry. I'll pop a picture of this shawl. She knit that out of this gradient set. Oh my god. Stunning. Stunning. When I saw those pictures of that shawl, I was like, holy mackerel, that's my shawl. Like, that's my design. Like, she blew my original one that I love and adore out of the water. I'm looking at that thing, I'm like, stunning. Absolutely gorgeous job. I can't rave about that shawl enough. Like, seriously, I've been showing the world, like, do you see my pattern in this? It's gorgeous, and she's kind of inspired me to want to dye a gradient set to do that too. I may have to do that because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So beautiful, beautiful job, and I will link to her in here too so she can see that I've been chit-chatting about her. Stunning. Another thing I hadn't written down but just popped in my head. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, gotta show you. New yarns, I touched on that as well. And I have a lot of different colorways. I have my Christmas colorway this year, which is your Amin one. So much fun. And I actually have a friend who's pairing that with my It's Because I'm Green, Isn't It? Grinch colorway with Well Red, and she's gonna make a shawl out of all 3 colors. I'm like, I can't. So I am selling them as a set on my website, and if you buy a set, you get a coupon code for a free shawl pattern. Why not? So I'm doing that as well. Oh my goodness. And then Tiptoe Through the Forest. Oh my god. I can't. Let Us Remain Calm. Oh my god. I can't. And Strut Your Tail Feathers. Stop it. I'm in love. I need to. I can't. I know. I have to knit my Enchanted Forest Pool out of the Tiptoe Through the Forest and Strut Your Tail Feathers and the Let Us Remain Calm, because those 3 colors need to be together. And hello, forest, Enchanted Forest Pool, they must be together. They kind of just have to. So that's probably going to happen too. So I'm also selling them as a set because hello, that pattern just needs to be knit out of those colors. It just needs to happen. I mean, really, it makes me a little emotional. I'm done. I'm actually way giddier than I was yesterday. I'm so glad I waited till today to film. Yesterday I could not get the oomph to do it. And then I got ready, was about to do it, sat down, and then the fatigue set in. And I was like, and I had to lay down and pass out. I'm like, damn it. But now I have more energy today. Much more fun. Worth it. Oh, I do have one more thing to show you. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I have another design in the works, which I've parked just momentarily, again, while I'm doing my, guys, not doing that, doing my pop-up shop. And I can't wait, oh my goodness. I can't. Come on, get on here. Get on there. And I'm actually really going outside of how I normally knit a pair of socks, and I'm designing this with a custom, like a regular heel flap. What? The classic heel. I'm like, who am I right now? I always do afterthought. What? Classic heels happening. I know. These are my hint of sophistication socks. And I can't even. Oh, my nails, man. Love the cable work in here. So much. So much. It's like, yeah. So I'm obviously really happy with them. But I'm to the heel, and I've had to park them again while I'm getting ready for my little pop-up shop, which will be so much fun. But yeah, I will get back to that, and then I'm thinking within the next month these will be in test mode, because I really like to release these in the very near future, because I really like them a lot and I want them to fly free. And so keep an eye out for them, as well as my rustic elegance shawl and other designs that I have in the works that are coming. I have another shawl. I have more socks that I want to make. I have so many things in the works, you guys. So many, I can't even. So keep an eye out again for when I film. So keep watching the episodes, and I'll announce in here. In the group, I'll announce all new patterns and things like that. And if I need testers, I usually post in there or on my Instagram. You can see me on everything as Jenn Sheelen for all my social media. Check it out there and keep me company in there. Come say hi. What's up? All right. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me, and joining me in front of my Christmas tree. Because one, it's pretty. I mean, it's my Christmas tree. And two, my craft room threw up. Everything is everywhere in my craft room. Like, I looked in there and I was like, ah. But there is a method to the chaos. There is a method to the madness. But I was like, well, bonus, I get to film in front of my Christmas tree. I don't think this is the first time I've done it. I think that before I didn't film in front of it. So, glad I made it work. All right, you guys. I shall see you soon. That's on my to-do list. It's my mission. Like I said, my New Year's resolution, which I'm starting before New Year's. And I hope everybody isn't going crazy knitting gifts for everybody, and that you're also still treating yourself to selfishness as well. See you guys soon. Thank you for joining me. Happy knitting.